Hello, I am Friedrich Nietzsche, and I do not come to comfort you. I come with a truth that is sharp, uncomfortable, and necessary. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies, but also to hate his friends. At first, this statement seems paradoxical. How can a man of wisdom love those who oppose him and hate those who stand by his side? But look deeper, and you will see. This is the price of truth. It is easy to hate an enemy, to demonize those who resist or challenge us. But to love them, to see them as necessary adversaries, as those who sharpen our thinking, who force us to grow, that is the path of true knowledge. But what of our friends? Must we not also question them? Must we not at times reject their complacency, their conformity, their betrayal of deeper truths? The greatest danger to truth is not always found in opposition. It is found in the comfort of agreement, the safety of unquestioned loyalty, the ease of groupthink. And so, the true thinker must love his enemies for their honesty, and when necessary, hate his friends for their betrayal of the pursuit of truth. How it applied then? Throughout history, those who dared to think beyond the herd were condemned, not by their enemies, but by their own circles. Socrates was not executed by invading armies. He was sentenced to death by his own city, by those who could not bear his relentless questioning of their comfortable lies. Copernicus and Galileo did not face persecution from some distant enemy. They were condemned by the very institutions that were supposed to seek truth. Bruno, Spinoza, Voltaire. They were not burned, exiled, and censored by sworn enemies, but by those who claimed to be on the side of enlightenment and knowledge. The message is clear. The greatest betrayal of truth comes not from external forces, but from within. How it applies now. And today, this truth is more relevant than ever. You live in a time where loyalty has replaced thought. Your world is divided into tribes, ideologies, and digital echo chambers, where questioning those who claim to be on your side is seen as a greater crime than being wrong. The illusion of righteousness. People do not seek truth. They seek confirmation. They do not engage with dissent. They silence it. They do not challenge their own ideas. They fortify them with blind loyalty. The danger of unquestioned friends. Today, if you question your own party, movement, or ideology, you are branded a traitor. If you challenge the narrative of the media you consume, you are exiled. If you refuse to comply with the herd, you are no longer welcomed. And so, the intellectual world collapses. Truth is no longer sought. It is prepackaged, algorithmically fed, and zealously guarded. The weaponization of enemies and friends. Your enemies are not allowed to be worthy opponents. They must be monsters. Your friends are not allowed to be flawed individuals. They must be infallible heroes. This is the death of critical thought, and it is the foundation of control. The consequences of ignoring this truth. If you refuse to love your enemies, you become a slave to reactionary hatred, never questioning why you hate, never engaging in deeper thought, forever manipulated by those who weaponize fear. If you refuse to hate your friends, you become a prisoner of the herd, unable to challenge hypocrisy, unable to call out deceit, bound to a group rather than to the truth. What happens next? A world without thought. If people only listen to what affirms them, they will never know truth, only comfort. The death of intellectual courage. Those who question will be cast out, silenced, ridiculed. The few who dare to think will exist on the fringes, persecuted for refusing to bow to the collective lie. Perpetual division. Societies will be divided not by truth and falsehood, but by blind allegiance. The only victors will be those who profit from controlling the narrative. Make no mistake, this is already happening. Breaking free. How to resist the herd. Step 1. Question. Those who agree with you are your allies defending truth or defending their tribe. Is your ideology based on reason or on fear of the other side? If questioning your own group makes you an outcast, you are in a cult, not a movement. Step 2. Engage with your enemies. Listen to why they believe what they believe. Find the uncomfortable truths in their arguments. Recognize that disagreement is not war, ignorance is. Step 3. Reject manufactured loyalty. Do not give your loyalty to any group, party, or leader, only to the pursuit of truth. If a friend demands obedience over honesty, they are not a friend. If a movement requires silence over thought, it is not a movement, it is a prison. Step 4. Embrace the burden of knowledge. Thinking will make you an outsider. Questioning will cost you comfort. Truth is lonely, dangerous, and costly, but it is also the only path to true freedom. Final thought. A challenge to you. The time has come to ask yourself, do I love my enemies enough to hear them out? Do I hate my friends enough to hold them accountable? Do I seek truth, or do I seek comfort? A man of knowledge must be willing to stand alone. A seeker of truth must be willing to lose friends, lose status, and be hated by those who fear honesty. But if you choose this path, you will gain something greater than comfort. You will gain freedom of mind. Are you prepared for that? Follow information-warfare.com to resist manipulation and reclaim your mind.